Welcome back to the Hand to Shoulder Solution, where pain meets its match. I'm Carl Petito. I'm an occupational therapist and a board-certified hand therapist. I specialize in the rehabilitation of orthopedic conditions that affect the fingertips through the shoulder. Let's talk about golfer's elbow. It's springtime where I live. A lot of people are raking their lawn, lifting, carrying things, and they're not used to it because it's been a long winter. All of the muscles that close your fingers into a fist, bend your wrist toward your palm, and turn your hand palm down are anchored in to the inside part of your elbow. If you feel the inside part of your elbow, and by the way, if you're listening to this on a podcast while you're driving or doing something else, be sure to watch the video so that way you can see these demonstrations. So if you feel the inside part of your elbow, you'll feel that bony knob right in there. That's called the medial epicondyle. Pete, if you don't mind, it's called the medial epicondyle, and that's that bony knob right there on the inside. That's the anchor point for those muscles. So when the anchor point is getting pulled on and yanked on because you're lifting and you're squeezing and you're raking and you're shoveling and doing all these things, it starts to aggravate the bone itself where the tendon is anchored in. And it also starts to aggravate the tendon. It starts causing tendonitis and then tendinosis. It just starts to become a worse and worse problem. Now, as with anything else, the sooner you can get into the clinic and get it adequately, very thoroughly evaluated, and I do orthopedic tests and find out exactly what muscles are involved and then really make a tailored home exercise program for the patient. I'm going to show you today some things you can do. And this doesn't substitute coming into the clinic, but here's some easy kind of first aid things that you can do to help yourself decrease your pain. So let's talk about the muscles and the basic mechanics of this. So because those muscles are involved and it's aggravating the bone and the tendon on this side, you want to avoid a really tight grip. If you have to cut a wire or pick something up, always try to use two hands or use the opposite hand. Just make do best way you can to not aggravate it too much and keep your pain relatively down low. And then also when you're lifting, most of the time we're lifting palm up. When we're lifting real heavy things, that really isolates the problem on the inside part of the elbow. If you can lift more in a hammer position, that is a little bit better, and that will help this to heal because it'll take off some of the stress. So try to lift with your thumb side of your hand facing upward. Now, what you can test on yourself at home is just bend your elbow a little bit, bring your elbow in by your side with your hand palm up and your fingers open. You can put your other hand right on top of your palm and bend your wrist, push your hand down toward the floor. And if you're feeling a firm stretch up through the palmar surface, the palm side of your forearm, then those muscles are really tight and they need stretching. You should stretch 20 seconds, a couple of repetitions. Relax again for 20 seconds, 3 or 4 times per day. And that will lengthen the muscles in this area. And if you lengthen the muscles, now they're not pulling too hard on the cord or the tendon that inserts into the bone at the anchor point. That allows the area to rest. Because you can imagine that if these tendons get really, really tight, it's just simply tugging too hard on where they're anchored into the bone. Now, we don't want to put ice on tight muscles because cold shrinks, and cold will shrink the muscles, which makes them tighter. So let's expand the blood vessels, bring more blood and nutrients to the whole area, and let's loosen up the muscles, literally expand the tissue. We don't want to be aggressive, okay? So I like an electric heating pad on the lowest to medium setting for 15 minutes, 2 to 3 times per day. And as a general rule, you can put the heating pad on your muscles 2 to 3 times per day for not longer than 15 minutes and not have an inflammatory response. You can overdose on heat and that will increase the inflammation. Always pay attention to the after effect. If you take the heat off and now, it's more sore, it's more irritated, you're just having an inflammatory response, you're increasing the inflammation. You have to step away from the heat a little bit. You have to decrease that. Now, where can we use cold? Because, that bony inside part of the elbow is really sore. When I touch it, it's sore even if I'm not touching it. Just stick that under the cold running faucet right there. And a lot of people, I have people come into the clinic where they are so painful, so inflamed that they can't even lay an ice pack on there. It just hurts too much. The soft, cold running water right on that will whisk away the inflammation, the irritation. It'll shrink that down nicely. And it only takes 10 to 20 seconds. Cold running water for 10 to 20 seconds, only until deeply cold, and you'll see me repeat this a lot in my videos, is more effective than an ice pack for 10 minutes. It penetrates better, it's quicker and easier, etc. When should you do that? You should do that midday at a minimum, lunchtime, after dinner, before bed. It's quick and easy. Just zap that under the cold running faucet. Also, of course, it goes without saying, make sure you're not resting on your elbows anywhere. If you have armrests on your chair, your work chair, or any other chair, just look under the chair. There's usually bolts, you can just take them off. I take off all my armrests. If they don't come off with bolts, I cut them off, because I've had cubital tunnel syndrome, which I talk about in other videos, where I have numbness and tingling in the pinky side of my hand. I didn't realize how much I was resting my cubital tunnel on my armrest of my chair. Also, if you're sitting, let's say you're sitting in your furniture at home and you find your elbows rubbing on it, it's just sore, you can fold a cloth and stick the cloth underneath the muscles of your forearm, so now the inside, the bone is not touching anything but air. That relieves it expertly, really well. Counterforce straps. So now let's talk about the mechanics of this. So just like the tennis elbow video, where the muscles are anchored on the outside part of the elbow, on the golfer's elbow, they're anchored on the inside part of the elbow. I like the Bandit counterforce strap, and I'll put a link to this on Amazon in the description. So you would put this on and you'd make it pretty firm. I tell people to just put it on snug plus a little extra. You don't want to choke off your blood flow and all that and cause problems. Push the skin under there. There you go. So it should be snug. So now more of I changed the anchor point. So without the strap, all of the tugging is happening here at the inside part of the elbow. With the strap on, now I changed the anchor point, so no more of the pulling is coming from where the strap is, and it's allowing this area to rest. So if I have, you're treating welders and plumbers and construction folks and movers and all kinds of people who are doing a lot of heavy work, which I'm proud to say I used to work as a welder and a machinist and an aircraft mechanic, all those things, cleaner. I've done a lot of different things. So they would put this on only at work to protect the elbow, then when they're done with work, just take it off. Widest point of the forearm, where the muscles are at their widest, that's right where it goes, easy. And that works as a nice little splint. I don't use this on everybody. Again, every situation is different. People come in, they've been having it for years. We just have to lengthen out the muscles, get this to calm down. It's not cookie cutter. So you really need an evaluation in the clinic. Check out my website, carlpetito.com. A lot of good information on there. Watch other videos, share them with people. There's so many people deal with this. I repeat this stuff all day long in the clinic. And arthritis, tendonitis, you name it. All this stuff is going, Pete, too. All this stuff is going on. So many people have these things. Share these videos, like, subscribe, the whole bit. Thanks a lot, I appreciate it.